I work primarily on the embedded software running on the pod.
I propose new innovation.
Lead the clinical program.
The overall customer experience.
Electronic, software, mechanical.
Develop the requirements that the Horizon system is going to be built upon.
Creating this algorithm for Horizon.
Leading the Horizon program.
Manage the clinical trials.
Being the voice of the customer.
When Peyton got diagnosed, it was a life-changing experience. So when I thought about what would motivate me to want to sort of get out of bed every morning, the biggest one was the impact that really the OmniPod has had on our lives and on Peyton's life. And so from that perspective, I sought out Insulet because it was such a life changer for us, and I wanted to work for a mission-driven organization that made people's lives better.
Being a person with diabetes, working in this diabetes space, it's not only incredibly rewarding, but it's also incredibly satisfying. The way I view it is designed by Podders for Podders.
I'm a pediatric endocrinologist, and what I realized as I was in clinical practice was that, I can't be with my patients every night, but I can help develop technologies such as Horizon, and that's why I'm here at Insulet.
Insulet plays an incredible role for the diabetes community because we're really trying to bring innovation to people living with diabetes and their families.
People that join a company like Insulet, they're all motivated by not only the technical challenges and how that's intellectually stimulating, but also the fact that we're working on something that makes a big difference. So it's contagious. Everybody on the team really has the same excitement and enthusiasm for what we're doing.
It's certainly been challenging, and it requires a lot of hard work, a lot of teamwork, a lot of innovative ideas. That's what makes it fun, right, and exciting.
10 years ago at the Children with Diabetes conference, I met a little girl, 4 years old, that was using the older, larger pod. The pod was larger than her arm. And I got so fired up that I came back to Insulet, came to the office, pulled all the engineers together, and said, we got to have a critical goal to make that pod smaller so that we could really make diabetes a smaller part of this little girl's life. And now we actually get to do that again with Horizon and to make, again, diabetes a smaller part of everybody's life.
I see Horizon being the next greatest thing in the diabetes industry, helping patients focus just slightly less on their diabetes throughout their day and more on other things that matter in life.
Horizon will be life-changing for people because it will automate insulin delivery.
The algorithm is the critical part in Horizon for automated insulin delivery. I was the primary contributor to creating this algorithm. My whole motivation for going to this field was the fact that I could help people.
In order to bring a product like Horizon to market, you need to demonstrate that it is safe and effective, and we do that through our clinical trials.
Elise took part in the Horizon clinical studies. To be involved in a clinical study, you get to work with some of the brightest minds in the industry. You don't often get to live with a pediatric endocrinologist for an entire weekend, and the information we got was invaluable.
We've been working on clinical trials for several years now. We've been in the feasibility stage, and we are quickly approaching our pivotal phase, which will be used as our submitted study to FDA to prove safety and efficacy of our Horizon product.
Diabetes, it's something that never stops, it never ceases. You're always thinking about it. To have something automated that can do some of this thinking for you would be a huge help.
Every day, the idea of people being able to reduce their burden of constant monitoring and constant worry is the image at the forefront of my mind. And it's this image that's always driving me to really do my best and try my hardest to get this project completed and out to the market.
No matter how bad the day may be, good days, bad days, when I get in the car and I'm driving home from work, I know that every day we're moving towards making lives better for people like my daughter, and I'm honored to work for something that's helping my daughter.